CR 6673. All right, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishments be assessed at 4 years. The state recommends community supervision. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. No contact with Charles Tompkins and Wendy Kennedy. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Guilty, and the court is going to find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We could, Judge.
Why did you do this?
I did not do it, but
Oh, you want a jury trial?
no, I mean,
Because it's saying
far
he
as I'm
has bruises
concerned,
on his body. It's saying he has bruises on his body.
yes, ma'am, understand that. That's what I was told, but he didn't have bruises when he left my house, but taking it because I just do not want to be in Bear County anymore because apparently toilet paper is contraband.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you hitting your stepson.
I
Did
did
you
not.
hit your biological? Have you ever hit your biological son with a
I don't
belt?
believe in capital punishment.
Well, no, this is not capital punishment. It's corporal punishment.
Spanking or corporal punishment at all,
Mhm.
but.
So you're saying he's making up the fact that you hit him. The officers are making up the fact that he had bruises on his back and his thighs. And he's making up the fact that you then made him copy a dictionary,
Yes,
3 pages of the
that I did.
dictionary.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
He did copy dictionary.
All right, anything else from either side?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There is going to be an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Wendy Kennedy and Charles Tompkins, Tompkins, the BIPP program, CPS compliance, if applicable, parenting classes with triple P, 100 hours of community service restitution, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No unsupervised contact with minors until completion of parenting classes. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs, field visits, one time every 3 months. I want it random until further notice. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Judge.
Anything else you need from the court?
Oh, what do I have to say? Parenting classes with all my children are grown.
My understanding is that you have a stepson and then you're with, according to this report, you're with someone else who has children. That's what this police report says.
No,
So you're saying you don't have any underage children?
no, ma'am.
And the child in this case is not underage?
Well, yes. but I'm
Okay,
not
then
with
you need
her.
parenting classes because there are plenty of women out there who will see you as a great catch and allow you around their children.
Okay, I understand.
All right. And 120 days in the Bear County Jail as a condition. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. And also because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
And Judge, on that 120 days, credit for time served?
No.
Your Honor, the mother of the victim in this case provided us with a statement. She would
All
like
right.
to read.
You may begin.
The violence that took place against Charles changed our lives forever. I admit you were a father figure to him, his father's best friend, and on that day you stole so much from him. It took a year for him to not have a nightmare every night, 4 months to physically heal from the bruises, and he still has not recovered from it mentally. You said you loved him and that you would protect him no matter what, and instead, the rage and abuse bestowed on him shows that you are the person he should have been protected from. Charles looked up to you and loved you since you were around so much after his father, your best friend, passed away in 2016. He barely has memories of his father, and it breaks my heart that all the good memories he has from you are now destroyed by your abusive behavior that day. Not to mention how you traumatized Archer, who was only 3 at the time. He still remembers and talks about it. It also took almost a year for him to stop having nightmares, waking up screaming and crying, and checking on his brother to make sure he was okay. Your actions tore your family apart, and you need to accept and take responsibility. Even though you know you did this, right after you harassed me, spammed my cell phone number out on the web so that people would call me and text me for sex and try to justify all your actions. You need help, and I pray that you will get help. The torture you bestowed on us, no human should ever have to live with and go through. I will keep you in my prayers that you will accept and admit everything that you did and not make excuses so that you can heal from this and move on with your life.
2023 CR 0058, State of Texas versus Jose De Jesus Gallegos. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Beerhan, Your Honor.
Defense.
But what on behalf of Mr. Gallegos, present, we're ready, Judge.
Are you Mr. Gallegos?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of no contest on May 1st, and we're set today for sentencing. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. All right. Counsel, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, just the reason we didn't go into the plea or the sentencing when we were in here earlier is he is not a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
So we had MAC involved. They prepared me about a 6-page memorandum on his immigration consequences. And he has received a copy of it. We've gone over it. We're in agreement to proceed today.
All right, Mr. Gallegos, are you asking to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I see that we don't have an interpreter here, and I know I always ask if someone needs an interpreter, but just so this record is clear, are you able to understand the English language?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you able to review all these documents in English?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
The only other thing, Judge, 29 years of age, married, 2 small children, went to the 11th grade. He owns his own. He's the owner operator of a paint and body works here in town.
All right. And is CPS involved or no?
No,
How many children do you have, Mr. Gallegos?
2, ma'am.
What are their ages?
7 and 2.
And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
They'll probably be positive for marijuana.
And what else?
Marijuana.
That's all.
Yes.
Okay. So 3 years deferred adjudication, $1,500 fine, probated, taking consideration 2023 CR 3054. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to ask for parenting classes. And that will, once he completes parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. State, you're asking for DWI conditions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you want DWI education,
Yes, Your Honor.
victim impact or no?
Yes, I mean, all the conditions that would apply to the record.
A license suspension or no?
No.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah.
so there's a DWI education, victim impact panel. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days, a TAP evaluation. Follow the recommendations of TAP, but if it says inpatient treatment, we'll start with supportive outpatient treatment. There's to be regular UAs, tests for levels, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, field visits one time per month until further notice. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
Anything you want to say about the drug test before we do a drug test?
That I'm gonna come out positive for marijuana.
And that's it.
Yes, ma'am. I hope.
What do you mean you hope?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure how long does it take for cocaine to get out of your system because I was charged with that.
Okay. All right, we're going to see what it is. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You have children at your house. You can't be smoking marijuana because guess what? Even if you smoke marijuana and it's in your backyard or not at your house, the children are going to smell it and their little brains are developing. And you don't want their brains to be smoking marijuana. Would you give your children marijuana to smoke?
No, ma'am.
When you come in from outside smoking marijuana, that's what you're doing. You might as well pass them a blunt.
I understand.
So you need to stop.
Yes, ma'am.
They don't need to be around that, and they need you to be 100% focused on them, because everything that you do, children imitate. That's how they learn to speak. When you see a little child who's using profanity, you know where they learn that from? People that they're around. So you're going to have to be a better parent, a parent that they can be proud to say, that's my dad. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
20 CR 5003. State of Texas versus Stephen Allen Smith. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Travis Banks of the state of Texas.
Defense?
Amir Memorial, Your Honor.
And are you Stephen Allen Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Smith, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I did.
Are you the same Stephen Allen Smith who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 5003 for the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation on September 20th, 2022 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Stephen Allen Smith, defendant there, failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of November, December 2022 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
The state will waive and abandon the further allegations.
No objection.
All right, Mr. Smith, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 5 years in the prison? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there an agreement?
Your Honor, the agreement is that you grant the motion, revoke the defendant's probation, sentence the defendant to 3 years in TDC, and taking that into consideration, the state will make a motion to dismiss on cause number county cause number 7076669 and grand jury number 7977070.
All right, so state. I'm just writing that down, and those numbers you're calling out were very quick. So can you imagine the court reporter? We're supposed to be making everybody's job easy today. So what cause numbers are you taking in consideration?
My apologies, Your Honor. That is county cause number 7076669 and grand jury number 7977070.
Oh, I got it right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you asking the court to follow this agreement, Mr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, probation. Has he done anything on probation other than not report?
Your Honor. No.
All right, what have you done?
I have not done anything for preparation, ma'am.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Stephen Allen Smith.
All right, why have you done nothing for probation?
I had a drug issue and didn't want to go into report to take drug tests, so I just didn't go.
See, I don't understand that because I allow people to communicate if they have issues. If people have a drug issue, I'm like, come in, let the court know. We will get you treatment. Probation?
Yes, Your Honor, he reported for his initial visit with probation and then didn't report.
Yeah.
So what do you think you deserve? I can give you up to 5 years.
I would like to get a chance to be, contributing.
Everyone, please whisper. We're on the record.
I'd like to give it a chance to go into the 3 years in TDC and then come out and become a contributing member of society and turn my life around.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to grant the motion. There's an affirmative finding of family violence taking consideration 707-669, grand jury number 797070. And I'm going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison and give you credit for any time served. Mr. Smith, the problem is you did nothing. I mean, you really should be receiving the 5 years because you did nothing except for report one time. You understand? I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is not a plea bargain agreement. You do have a right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegation in the motion, not the fact that you were on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a felony conviction, because there's an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a drug issue, if you want, I can recommend you for the therapeutic community. It doesn't increase the time that you're in custody, but if you're accepted in the program, they can help you with any drug issues you have. Would you like me to recommend the therapeutic community?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you're still going to have to request it though. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. Do better, all right?
Judge, before we go,
Yes.
I want to make sure that Mr. Smith is aware of this. The court sentenced me to 4 years. That's within the discretion of the court, correct?
Yes.
Just want to make sure that's clear.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you, Judge. Maybe excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Please subscribe to help the channel.